It says I'm live. Hello, everybody. Good morning. How are you guys doing this morning? It's ridiculously cold, is it not? Yes, it is ridiculously cold. And that means it is. Hang on, let me get situated because I gotta get situated here. I am without Karina this morning, so I'm kind of on my own. But I can do this. I don't know if I can put links in there, so we will have to, let's see. Okay, so I've got to get this to where I can see your comments. All right. It'll get there eventually. Eventually. So I hope you have your coffee with whatever you want in it. I have coffee creamer in mine. Texas, it's cold. Where everybody's at, Idaho, it's cold. It's just cold. So it's a good little day to get our crafty on. We're going to do 3 cards. I have got an amazing release to show you. We're shifting gears a little bit at Riley, so I'll explain that. I'll let everybody on here. Good morning, everybody. I love it. Yeah. Oh, you're in Wisconsin, Shannon? Oh, yeah. Oh, Pennsylvania. Yeah. So Karen, some of you know that with Karen Burniston Dice. Karen Burniston is my business partner. She moved from Texas to windy, bad windy. Dolores is on here. Anyway, Karen moved from Texas to Minnesota. Yeah, that's cold, very cold. So I saw Dolores on here. I saw Wendy. She said it's a balmy 81. Really, seriously, we didn't need that. Wendy, come on, girl. -degree weather here in Chicago. Yep, it's 1 degrees here. We have 1 degrees is what we have. California. Oh, thanks, Cindy. You got to wake up with me. I had so many comments for that, and none of them were appropriate for primetime TV, which is, of course, what we're on. So, let's see. What do we got going on here? Raise your hand if you're going to have to shovel today. Yeah, probably between this program and my next program. So, Cape Cod. Oh my gosh. Valerie Brown. Valerie was a little late in getting her kits, and so I gave her my kits. And then I have to tell you, last night I'm realizing, oh, I don't have a kit for today. I'm scrambling. It's all good. I'm glad I hope you got it already. Really do. I'm just giving you grief. You know that. Okay, let's see. We got everybody going this morning. Where are we at here? Let's see. I think we got lots of people. I don't even know how many people to know getting on here. So, all right, folks, let's get started. What do you think? I have got so much to show you, and I'm getting situated in my chair. Sorry. I decided to do things a little different this year. Riley is, I don't even know how old. I'm a bad owner. I don't even know how old Riley is. I think we're going on maybe 12 years. I'm not for sure. So, well, no, it's more than that because Dolores will be with me 20 years next April. Can you believe that? 20 years. Dolores has been working for me for 20 years. I will say working with because she doesn't work for me. She works with. But, so that means I've had Riley. She was there when it came in. So I'm guessing 18 years old. Dang, man. So we're going to change things up this year. For the releases, the funny bones will still be individual, of course, but we're not going to have so many, 25 or 30. We're going to bring it down a bit, and we're going clear sets. So while we will still make some of the Rileys individually, we're going to do clear sets with Riley. And by the results of this release, y'all are digging it. Like, absolutely digging it. 12 years is ancient. So what's that make 18? 18 makes us old. We're just getting started. All right, I've been chatting long enough. So let me get you over. Okay, Wendy, Miss Peacock Stevens. I am going to enlist you as my volunteer help for today, unless, of course, you're making your kits. We do have a penguin, Valerie. We do have a penguin. You guys are going to have to kind of, hold on a sec. My head was in the way. We got to get it adjusted. Let's get it adjusted with Boomer. What do you say? Also on my list of things to do this year is to get a better setup. Okay. You guys know who this is? Yes, this is Boomer. Isn't he cute? He's a beagle. I just love him. So I had to run up and grab him. He's one of the very few that I got colored with Copics so far. And this is our other new little friend, Hank. Hank is our alley cat. He's scrappy. Yes, he is. Very scrappy. But more about him later. Okay, so let's take a look at the new release, should we? All right, you guys are going to love these funny bones. So, okay, we have rich folks wear designer labels, happy folks wear cat hair. Yeah. This is one of my favorites, and this is so true. I know my dog loves me, but if I had a squeaker, he'd gut me like a fish. Here we freaking go again. I mean, good morning. It's too bad beer isn't discounted the day after St. Patrick's Day as candy is after Valentine's Day. Right, Brian? Right? All right. Sarcasm, it's how I hug. Some days this is an absolute truth. Okay, what's Irish and stays outside all year? Patio furniture. Ah, yeah, there he goes. There you go. Sometimes you don't need another inspirational quote. You just need more wine. True that too. Tucker was barking. Did you hear that? Everybody's dog pops up. I gave him a bone and everything, and I'm really hoping he doesn't start barking, but I have my reserves over here just in case, so I can holler help and she'll come take care of it. I'm going to spend Valentine's Day with my true love, my pajamas. I wish I could resign from my job to fully focus on my true passion, which is sleeping. Yes. I love how coffee tricks me. Hold on. All right. I love how coffee tricks me into thinking I'm in a good mood for about 27 minutes. Okay. If you steal someone's coffee, is it called mugging? I know, right? Okay. And this is us, ladies. Yeah. All right. When women get to a certain age, they start getting lots of cats. This is called menopause. Yeah, I know, you guys. I'm so sorry. I gave him a bone with peanut butter and everything, and he has really been barking lately. So I'm not sure what's going on. All right, moving on. I'm going to show you all the good stuff, okay? And then I am going to show you all the samples that our amazing design team has done. All right, are you ready for this? So you guys absolutely went bananas, like crazy bananas, over Woody and Hazel Jean. This is Woody. This is HJ, Hazel Jean. And we have reordered those 3 times since the last release. It's hilarious. Now we give you the Woody and Hazel Jean love sets. Aren't they cute? Love is a 4-legged word. I love you for real. Love you. Aren't these fun? Clear stamp set, of course. And matching die set. Okay. So there's the first one. Here's Woody and HJ in a little St. Patrick's Good Luck set. I love this so much. I love this so much. You could be doing this with any color rainbow. You know, like you could do it in blues or whatever. You're my lucky charm. I'm so lucky to know you. Aw, good luck. All right. Pot of coins. He is just adorable. Okay, there you go. And those. Next up, this is my little buddy. This is Hank. You're going to see him. I hope you all love him because we've got a few sets of him. This is our intro set for Hank the Alley Cats. You shouldn't have put that on the counter if you didn't want me to knock it off. This is a true story. Hang on, I gotta tell Sue that he stopped. All right. Shouldn't have put it on the counter if you didn't want him to knock it off. True story. Sometime during this presentation, I'll tell you about our newest little buddy that has joined us. Yep, Hank is amazing. Stamp sets and matching dies, of course. And you guys, you've already seen him, but I would like to introduce you to Boomer. Now, he can be any kind of dog depending on how you color him, right? I like big bones and I cannot lie. He's so cute. This little guy is so adorable. Right? You just want to cuddle with him. Stamps and the dies. And with the new Rileys, we are also going to do the same. These have been going like hotcakes. You guys are digging this. I think this is fabulous. Okay? This is our new Riley cocktail sets. Have our tall glass of wine. We have our margarita. And we have our beer. Isn't this hilarious? Look at these. I'm a better person when I'm tan and having a margarita. It's a true story. Wine is to women what duct tape is to men. It fixes everything. Right? Uh-huh. Okay. And this is one of my favorite things right now. I have got to show you guys this. So, this is a stamp, but it also has a matching die, of course. But look at all the things you can do with this. So if you just want to stamp, you can stamp and it makes a card front, right? You can stamp anything you want in here. Color it up. It has two little extra bones on there. You could pop those up on there, right? Or if you want to make the card fronts and make it a frame, you can cut it out. Or you could build it up like that. Look at that. Cute, right? But there's more. You can make it a complete dog bone frame. Isn't this amazing? And then, sorry, bottom. Then you can pop up bones and you can stand stuff. Look, it's got two little separate bones that goes with it. This is a fabulous frame set. I love it, especially with the Woody and Hazel and new Boomer. And we have a new little set of buddies to show you all throughout the year this year. So I think you're gonna love it. We also have two new cut-ups. The St. Patty's Day and the Be Kind. Of course, you can put any happy with it. St. Patty's Day. I got samples. People. Oh, I forgot to tell you the best part. Okay, somebody is going to win through Brian's. Does the dog bone have a frame yet? Well, of course it does. I just showed you the frame. Does the dog frame have a die? Yes. I think your comments are a bit behind because of the weather, but yes, it has a die. I'll show you. Okay. Look, that's these, this, or you can do it solid. Look at that. Okay. Now, the stuff I did not tell you before. Commenting today, I am giving away a full set of funny bones to one lucky commenter. Can you guys see all this? I just noticed my hands here. I'll tell you why. Sometime during this, yes, new cat. Thank you, Wendy. The clear set bundles, you can get all of those clear sets I just showed you, dog bone, Woody and Hazel, all of them, and the matching dies for 20% off. Okay, yes, the bone stamp can be used for Halloween. Absolutely it could. That's a fabulous idea. So that's one of our specials. You can get all the funny bones in a pack. That's 20% off. Or if you loved it all, we have an I Want It All special, and you can get all of them at 20% off. So there's your specials. Today, one lucky commenter, actually 5, I think, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm giving away 5 things today. Okay, let's see. I'm giving away a full set of funny bones. Yep. I am giving away I believe it's the Woody and Hazel sets. Okay, and I don't know. It's on the here it is right here. Let's see. I can pull it up. I don't know. Woody and Hazel stamp bundle. So you'll get both Woody and Hazel, the Valentine and the St. Patrick stamps and dies. Somebody's going to win that. And 3 people are going to win the cards that I make today as well. So keep commenting and we just draw from the comments. Okay? Now that I've shown you all the good stuff, let's take a look at some of these amazing samples. I'm telling you, the girls have been busy. Busy. We've got a new designer. We've got some guest designers, all kinds of fun stuff. All right. I got to get something to drink. Hang on a sec. All right. Rich folks wear designer labels. Happy folks wear cat hair. See, she did Hank as an orange cat this morning. Isn't this fabulous? Luciana did good. Look at this. Dolores and Kelly are at it again. This is actual yarn. All right. Miss Tia's busy. This is a shaker card with really awesome coins and little dollar bills. It's too bad beer isn't discounted the day after St. Patrick's Day as candy is after Valentine's Day. I mean, seriously, why can't that be a thing? All right. Sarcasm. It's how I hug. These are so good. This is our crocodile dress up, of course, in his cowboy outfit. It's what's Irish and stays outside all year. Patio furniture. Isn't this cute? This is our large gnome set. Our tiny gnomes, the accessories. Look at all that. And this one, I couldn't resist showing you another one. Look at this. Woody's asking Jack the donkey. Get it? Yeah. Excuse me. Okay. Now I have several of these cards because I just had to show you how versatile Hank is, right? Look at this set. Let me grab that again. There are so many different, I'll find it really, I will. So many different stances that he has. It just cracks me up. You have old Hank, Mad Hank. You have Crazy Hank. You have Coffee Hank. This is me most mornings. All right, look at that. You can color them any way you want. Mini paws. Yes, we all know about that, right? Okay, but look at this. Look at this card. This is hilarious. Tia did this one. Everybody colors them different, which is awesome, right? So look at all the different ways that you can color that cat. Okay. Love the tuna. Love the little bones. Mini paws. And she dressed up the little fox as a cat. I think it's cute. What a great idea. Love this in little cat paper. So good, Tia. All right. Sometimes you don't need another inspirational quote. You just need more wine. It's a true story. Okay. Look at that. We used it. Isn't this fabulous? Simple and clean. And the glass has crystal lacquer. Can you guys see that? Yeah. And Dolores and Kelly were at it this time, weren't they? They did the wine one. Look at this one. I think this is. Yep. I love how coffee tricks me into thinking I'm in a good mood for about 27 minutes. All right. Same here. I had to show you guys this. A little skating squirrel. This is our dress up sets. You gotta love them. All right. Tell me, raise your hand if you're new here today. Okay? Just let me know you're new and let me know where you're from. If you've never watched me before, you're in for a ride. But let me know if you're new because we have some really cool stuff that you probably don't know about. Look at this. I'm going to spend Valentine's Day with my true love. My pajamas. And look at her little sexy nightie. Isn't that cute? This is on the cowboy sets. And another one, I had to show you guys all the different pajamas that the girls came up with. They even cut Hank, trimmed Hank around to where the little pajamas would fit him. So if you're getting these animals and you have some of the dress up sets, you can just cut around him. Makes Hank a little skinny. Yeah, right. Okay. Okay, I wish I could resign from my job to fully focus on my true passion. Yes. Okay. This is one of my favorite things. It just cracks me up. If you steal someone's coffee, is it called mugging? Uh, yeah. Heck yeah. And look at this. Okay, so Luciana called me and said, what is this little thing? In the dress up set, right? Right? And I said, yes, all 3 pieces make an airport. And look at this amazing airport she made. So fun. Okay. And then we have Hank, the alley cat. Hilarious. Hilarious. Love it. There might be some new papers for Hank in the future too. He's an alley cat, right? You have alley cat papers. I love that. Kelly, if you're watching, you and your mom did a great job on this one. Here you go. Dog bones don't have to be white. You get milk bones, man. They're all different colors, right? All right. If my dog had a squeaker, he'd gut me like a fish. All the squeakers are gone. How many of you guys have dogs that will go at a squeaker until the squeaker's dead? Yeah. Okay. Here we freaking go again. I mean, good morning. Okay. I love this card so much. I love this card. So cute. And I wanted to show you, I'm showing you a lot of the dogs and stuff because I wanted to show you how easy it is just to use all of them. Look at these. All these different sets. Now, Jeannie Strife is joining us as our design team. Welcome, welcome, Jeannie. And these are some of her cards that she's done. She is fabulous. Love this. Sarcasm's high hug. Duh. Yeah. I like big bones and I cannot lie. Okay, if you win something, I just saw a comment. I don't know who said it because they're flying through. If you order something today, order it today. If you want it, order it today. I'm telling you because they are going so fast. We have them on reorder, but they are going so fast. So if you order it and you win it, no worries. We'll let you choose something else. No problem. Okay, it's never happened, but it could. You know, I like big bones and I cannot lie. All right, Rebecca Blackwell. She is another one of our guest designers. She does this amazing background technique where she blends and then she stamps with clear embossing. It is so much fun. She is one of the fabulous colorists that we have. Okay, now, remember I said you could use the bone stamp and die as an actual frame? Yes, Tia did. This is a frame, and these are her pups. Check it out. So they are Leah, Bear, and Lucky. Aww. Lucky's 15. Wow. Go Lucky, dude. Pretty amazing, right? Bear's a year. Love it. But you can also pop it up with foam tape. Put a really fun background behind him. I love you for real. Can you guys see the texture on these bones? Dolores did that. Dolores and Kelly. Amazing. She just touched it with a Copic marker. And it looks to me like it's a W1 or a W3. I'm not for sure. Isn't that great? Okay. Luciana, if you're on here, girl, this is probably one of the funniest, coolest cards you have ever done. I absolutely love it. The blending is fabulous. The masking was perfect. Absolutely love this card. Look at it. Black cat. Ah. If you steal someone's cards, it's called mugging. Yes. Yes. I love me a Hank. Love me a Hank. That was by Miss Tia. Here's another genie card. You shouldn't have put that on the counter if you didn't want me to knock it off. Yep. Very simple. Some of our cards have a lot of pieces, and then other cards you don't have to go a lot of pieces. It's just your style, okay? All right. I think this is Rebecca's, actually. Deborah's, Rebecca's. I think I put Deborah's name on the back of hers. Deborah Hellman is also joining us. So if I get them messed up, I'm very sorry, ladies. Look at this. Isn't this amazing? This is through a stencil. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's through a stencil, and it's just texture paste through a stencil to make it look like a brick wall. And then just a little bit of Copic coloring. Love is a four-legged word. I know this is Jeannie's. Great. And I just wanted to show you all the different versions. Okay. Look. Look at these clouds. Dolores did a great job on the clouds. I think this is Deborah Helmuth. I need to start writing them down. I'm sorry, ladies. Put your names on the back. Great. Okay. Now, just a few more. And we will get started doing what we do, right? Look at the cutes. He's so cute. All right. These are just to show you a little bit of what you can do with the Woody and Hazel. It's a good luck set, but it says St. Patrick's, but you can do so much more with it. None of these are St. Patrick's cards. Look at that. Da, da, da. Love it. I really need to put names on the back. Look at that. So cute. And this is a true story. Now we're getting into the new Riley set with the dies. Okay. This is so simple. It is a piece of cardstock, right? A little Paradise Awaits framed out, and the Riley on top of it. Yay. I'd like a margarita like that. I know it's only 10:41, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere. And it's cute. It's called work from home coffee, but it's just like normal coffee, but it has margarita in it, so also no coffee. Perfect. Love these cards. See how much you can do with them? And you can see all of these cards, you guys, if you just go to RileyandCompanyOnline.com. If you go to the stamp set, all of these cards are underneath. You can see the samples all the time. Happy St. Patty's Day! A little green beer. Can I link the stuff for the Riley Margarita set? Amber, I would love to, but I'm by myself today. Wendy, my love, can you possibly maybe do that? I am without Karina today, and so I can't do everything all at the same time. I'm sorry. All right, this is our Be Kind die. I love this. And in today's, in today's environment, isn't that beautiful? Just be kind. Just be kind. It's so simple. People can have different opinions and different ideas, and that's all the samples. But gosh, we don't all have to agree. It'd be completely boring, right? But just because somebody's idea is different than yours, geez, just be kind. Let them have their idea. It's no big deal. All right, are you ready to be crafty? Oh, yeah, these. Yeah. This is named Loki. Yeah. When we first got a cat, Karen sent me a box of Band-Aids as a little gift. Yeah. Loki found us. So now we're going to get into our kit, okay? I'm going to tell you about Loki first, though. It was really, really, really cold outside one night, and I went to get some tea. I was making myself tea, and I heard this meow so loud. I thought, oh my gosh, where's Puff? And it wasn't Puff. There was a little cat outside our window. Keep in mind, we live out in the country, okay? And it was to the back of the house, by the back door, by the hot tub, nothing's out there except our stuff, right? And there was this little cat, and I opened the door, and oh my goodness, he was so lovey and meow, and he started purring. So we gave him a home in the garage for a couple nights, and he was still purring. And um, we put a bed out there, and I made a little cat house with blankets out of totes, and we gave him a litter box and food and a little nightlight. And so he stayed in the garage, and he didn't want to live out there. It was okay with him, but we started talking in the morning. He'd start talking out there, and so we let him in, and now we have a new little boy, and his name is Loki, and he's absolutely gorgeous. And he'll probably make an appearance because he's only one, and he knows no boundaries, and he's been, I think it's, I don't know, spayed or neutered. I never can remember the two, but anyway, yeah. So we have a new one, and he knows no boundaries whatsoever, and he likes to bite. That's how he plays. So we'll get him out of that. He's in his terrible ones right now. So moving along, that's my story for the day. Okay, so this is our card kit for those. You have a dog named Loki? No way. This cat looks like a Loki, and he's very mischievous, and he's black, and he's got gorgeous markings and green eyes. And pretty much God sent him to us, and he was already neutered, so somebody must have dropped him off, or he got out or something. We put out notices and no one's came looking. So, and now of course I don't want them to. Somebody's probably missing their cat, or they dropped him off and they're horrible humans. So goodness gracious, I'm sorry. I really don't have old hands. They're just marred up by cats. All right, ready? Here are the cards from our card kit that went so fast this month. So in your kits, of course, you have the cover with all of the samples. You have your instructions that I write up for you, okay? They're pretty simple, so you shouldn't need instructions, but if you do, one of them, these are a little bit more difficult. I would say this is a medium skill level this time. They're a little challenging, but I'm going to show you how. It's going to make them really easy. So these are the cards you're going to be doing. Happy birthday, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Congratulations, thank you, get well soon. Well, that should cover it for a year. Whew. All right, if you ever wonder what stamp sets I'm using in the instructions, it will tell you Funny Bones number 1034, okay? So that's one of the cards. Yes, we gave you a little sneak peek of Hank. Okay, this card opens up. Little birdie told me you're a year older today. Boom, I ate him. You're welcome. Okay, and this is going to be our little challenge, and I am going to give you a very good reason to grab some press and seal. Okay, this is going to be the last one. I hope I'm going to get it done. I'm going to do the first two real quick. This takes a little bit more time. It's a little bit more detailed. Okay, another year older. Yeah, our thoughts are with you at this difficult time. All right, so let's get started on, let's do the easy one first. What do you say? Okay, we'll do oh, and in your kit this time you had a paper pad. All right, this is a brand new party animal paper pad. Great papers, and this one came with a die as well. Packaged, of course, but you got the candle background die, and I'm going to show you how to use it. Okay. Now, let's do this one first because it's super easy, super simple. And for those of you that are new, all of our kits always come pre-cut, okay? Everything's in here pre-cut to make that stamp. All you need is adhesive and some foam tape and your coloring medium. And on this one, you don't even need your coloring medium. So, is this kit still available? No, it is not available. I am so sorry. I probably should because everybody is asking for this kit. But you can grab the stamps and use your papers. You got papers to do this. All right. So let's just get started. If you don't know about zip dry, you need to know about zip dry. We will not be shipping zip dry in 1-degree weather. No. Nor will we be shipping any glue that I know of. All right. So fold your paper in half, of course. Zip dry is a fabulous glue that only needs to go around the outside, just like that. Okay, remember rubber cement. This is higher grade rubber cement in a bottle that you can use. So if you accidentally drop your paper, if you did this with double-sided tape, you would ruin one of these two pieces getting it off. But watch what zip dry lets you do. You can just move it around while it's on there. Yeah, look at that. Okay. And if you make a mistake with a zip dry, if you make a mistake, you've got about 30 seconds to peel it back off, rub it off, and do it again. So now we're going to do this piece. Your little matching pieces. If you guys are wanting some of the paper, it's Echo Park. I think it's Echo Park or is it Cartabella? But anyway, it's echopark.com to get it. It's called Party Animal, which I thought was quite appropriate with our new little dog and cats. See how this is squirting out over the end? No worries, just rub it off. Comes right off. Zip dry is an absolute must. I think I've sold 1,813 bottles so far. So we're just going to glue all of our pieces together like this. You don't need to do this with it, okay? This bottle, due to the prices, is now up to like $10 or $11. So don't waste it doing the center. You don't need to do that, okay? Once it locks down, it's not coming off, ever, without you completely destroying everything. Okay, so then we have that. Now this last piece, what we're going to do is, it's going to be about the width of the card, okay? So I am just going to cut a little inverted V here. Just on the ends. And you're going to take your scissors and go to the center of the paper and just cut out. And out. Then we're going to take this piece. I'm telling you guys, this is so simple. Glue that on and just line up the edges just like that. Okay, and then you're going to come back in and just using an outline. Make sure you make your outline. Yay! This is so bizarre. I see you guys commenting and I'm sitting here thinking, how strange is this? I'm literally sitting in the lower level of my house in my studio all by myself. The dog quit barking, no one's around, and I am just chatting like a jaybird, and I feel like I'm in a whole room full of people. How fun is that? All right, now here's something that you can do. You do not have to do it, and we're not going to do it on this one because I don't have a bottle sitting here. How can I not have a bottle of stickles? That's just ridiculous. But you can put stickles on each one of these balloons, and it gives you glitter paper. Stardust stickles. I love them. RileyandCompanyOnline.com, right? Stardust stickles. It changes to every single color. Matches everything. All right, so now let's put some foam tape on the back of all of this stuff. Okay. Told you this is going to be quick. Very quick. Just like that. All right. We shall put our first layer down. And we're just going to center it right in the middle. Okay, then we're going to put this down. And for those of you that are wondering why my zip dry bottle is sideways like that, it is because it lets the glue stay sideways. I don't know if I turn it real fast, you guys can see it. And it comes out faster when your glue gets down to like a half a bottle. All right, so on this, it's still a bit too long. So I'm going to put it right here. Turn it over and trim off the edge. Easy, right? You're only hearing half of what I'm saying. Okay, so that could be, depending on where you are, remember, it's ridiculously cold and electricity doesn't like cold, so it could be your internet. Mine is saying it's fine and I'm not getting any errors, so that's card one. How easy is this? Right? I'm sorry, Carla. Oh, sorry. Okay, so that's card one. Somebody's going to win this just by commenting. Okay? Let's move on to card two, which we will do Hank the Cats. I'm going to do this cat next, or this cat. We're going to do this cat next. Okay? And we'll save that for later. Now, here's a fun little layout for all of you. Okay? And let's see. Let's pull out our pieces and let's just do our base. Now on this one, the card doesn't fold. You just have a flat base on this one. And we're going to layer it up. The inside of the card is just a half a fold. Okay? So I cannot wait to show you guys. I have got so many amazing sets to show all of you guys this year. I've almost got 2 years worth of sets in the wind, just waiting. All right, and before you ask, I will tell you this paw print embossing folder is by Darice, D-A-R-I-C-E. They are no longer in business. Sorry, it's in my stash. Now you see how important zip dry is, getting this little teeny tiny border just perfect. Oh, come on, get over there. All right, now, oh, now this is why zip dry is amazing. Okay, I will tell you why. Because I don't want this white piece on yet. I just made a huge mistake, and I really hope you guys are not following along and already did this. I'm going to take this off because I can. It's zip dry, right? So all of the glue on here, I could literally just come back and watch. Rub it off. Okay, I'm not going to because I'm going to re-glue it anyway. But the reason that I had to do that is because I want this piece to fold behind here. Yes, me bad. And for that, I'm going to, how I got my fold. All right, you don't have to score anything. You're going to lay this along the edge just like this, okay? And then you're going to hold it. I've already done this, okay? And you're going to fold it over just like that. Then you can take it off and you can work your fold better so that it works really good. So now we know where our fold is. We're going to glue this piece on here. And get it nice and straight. All right. Now we're going to take, you can use glue if you want. I am going to use a piece of double-sided tape because it will secure it down really well and I don't want it coming out on me. There. Yeah. Okay. Then we're going to lay this right down here. We're going to get it realigned again, exactly like that. Exactly perfect. Okay. And we're just going to fold it over. All right. Just like that. And then we're going to take this and we're going to put it back on our card. Now, if you want the ability to move it around, you're going to have to remove the glue that we already had, okay? But I'm just going to add a little bit more. We're just going to put that right back on there. And I got lucky and lined it up the first time. How's that? there's our card. We got it. Now let's move into this part. So, uh-oh. Oh, I got it. Gosh. All right, so I'm going to glue this circle onto here. And I'm going to glue this right in the center of my card, but only on the bottom. See? Just like that. Now this is how you figure out where this goes. So we're going to put glue on this one. We're going to sit it in here where I think the center is, and we're just going to scooch it down to where we cannot see it. Look at that. And that's a perfect placement. Easy, huh? Right? We have our little birdie told me I want to do a little banner for this one. So I'm just going to do me a little cut there. Glue that down to the base. Get a little bit of glue there. And then this guy will go right here. Okay. All right. Now we just need to color our darling Hank. So I have 45. I can do this. We can do this. Okay, so here is Hank. He really is easy. Bring some of these. Let's see what we got here. What did I do with my instructions? Because it had my colors on it. Somewhere in here. There we go. Okay, this time when you get your kit and you're pulling all your colors, if you're using Copics, go ahead and do this, because that will tell you, will give you your palette to start with, so you can know which ones to pull. So with Hank, I'm going to do an E30 first, which is, and you're not going to need all of these. Play around with whatever works for you, okay? So I'm going to do his little inside right here. Around there, under there. Use my circles to fill it in, get it nice and saturated. And I'm also going to do his little mouth here. Okay. And some in his ears. Then I'm going to go over it a second time, same marker, okay, but only on the outside. And under his chin. Because when you use Copics, you guys have heard me a lot, excuse me, say that you can use the same marker and it'll give you two tones of the same color, okay? Now let's go to E21. Yep. And I'm going to come back in and I'm just going to go right on the inside edge. Just a little line. Give it a little darker. And just out here. Give it a little darker color. Alright. That's all there is to that. So that was just for the inside, E30 and E21. Alright. Now let's just color the rest of him. Let's start with let's see. I say Elo. No. Let's start with E13? Nope. Okay, so it was E11. All right, so let's start with E11, and we're just going to fill him completely in, okay? So it's not really going to matter where shading is or anything right now, except for we're not going to do the ears or his eyes. And I'm going to go around the outside there. And I'm coloring in his toes because I have a white pen. Alright, so we're going to go over his tail, his hands. Use your circles. Whoops, I got his ear. Use your circles to color in. Alright, now we're going to go over him a second time. Okay, and I'm going to do where the shading would be. Same marker, just adding some shadows. So down below, my voice is going, folks, I'm sorry. I woke up with a cough. I don't know why. Okay, and there, the bottom would have some shadows, right? And in between his toes. And there. And under his arm. Back in there. And down in here, around his eyes. And down in between his nose. Now we're going to start just kind of flicking it out. When you get on his face, we're going to flick it out a bit. So that the darkest coverage, this is a flick. So can you see where here you apply more pressure, here you apply lighter pressure, okay? Alrighty. And I want to go around here one more time. All right. Pretty good so far, right? Pretty easy. Now you can stop there if you want. That's perfectly fine. He is basically done. We'll give him pink ears. Oh, I got the wrong pink, so he's gonna definitely have pink ears. We're gonna give him some pink on his cheeks. I am gonna come back in with my first color and blend that a bit. Alright, so I'm going to use C8, give him the nose. Okay, I'm going to use a C3 and do his little scrappy band-aid there. Then I'm also going to use, let's see, I am going to come in with my C25. It's a little darker color, it's really dark. And I'm going to do just some lines back in where his little fur is. Just to accentuate his fur. Under there. Underneath. Okay? Down on the bottom of his feet. Alright. That's all. Just a little bit. Darker it gets, the less use. Do I have a preference where I order my Copics? No, I have the whole set, so I don't order them anywhere. You can get them from Gary Berlin. That's where I get mine at. All right, so let's do his eyes. I'm going to show you a really cute way to do his eyes. This one has green. Let's see. I got to find the right green. They're all kind of looking the same, aren't they? So let's do 03. I'm just going to do green eyes for him. All right, so you're going to take and kind of follow this line and just go down. Now yours can have blue eyes, right? If you want. Mine's gonna have green eyes. Yes. We're gonna give him a little teal coffee cup. Okay, I'm gonna give it just a second. Okay, to let that dry, I'm gonna use the same marker and come in and do the shadows along the bottom. You only need one marker. Back in there. Look at that. Easy, huh? Then let's see. Let's start working on our trash can. Well, before we're done, I want to use one gray marker for some shadows on him and everything else, okay? Hank needs blue eyes. Well, Hank got green eyes. You can make your eyes blue. All right? So I'm going to use C3, believe it or not, and just go under here where all of the shadows that he would have. Yes, I said Gary Berlin. All of the shadows where he would have shadows is going to have this gray color. Down here, under his chin, along his feet, down in there, under his little hands there, the bottom of the coffee cup. And it's not a lot, and it will fade into your other color. It will just give you a really great shadow. Now, so I'm going to take this same gray. Actually, I'm going to go to my C1, and we're going to do the trash can. Oh, I forgot the most important. The shadow under his eyes, under his eyelid. Okay? There's going to be a little bit of a shadow. And to give him dimension, we just want to put a little gray. Look at that. Look at the difference that made. You see that? Isn't that great? Thank you, Jennifer Dove. She taught me that. So I'm going to take my C1. I'm going to cover my entire trash can. I'm just going to soak it. See that? Okay. Then I'm going to take my C3 and I'm going to come in and do the inside panels here. Do a little bit on the outside, around the top, the handle, and along the bottom, okay? That first color was just basically your highlights. I'm going to come in again and give half of the inside another coat, half along the bottom. All right, then I'm going to grab a C5. And I'm just going to come in on about 1/3 of the inside of these now. If you guys want more coloring, videos, I have got a YouTube channel, the Riley and Company YouTube channel. I have lots of videos on how to color our stuff. And these videos will be up as well soon. Now I'm using this just to create my shadows, okay? So I'm going to bring some back in here. Just blend it out, back in here. And that's it. Look at that. All done. Yes, glossy accents would be absolutely wonderful on his eyes. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a hint. If you would like to have an always orange Hank cap, right? If you stamp them all at one time and color them all at one time, keep this sheet, cut it, put it in a binder, the whole thing, write down the colors that you used on the side as a little index. All right, keep this and photocopy it. Photocopy it. Yes. So you can do a black one, you can do a yellow one, you can do an orange one, you can do a gray one. Have all these different cats all at your ready. Now we're just going to pop him up, stick him on a card. That. I know. Some of you guys that never heard that before are thinking, whoa, mind blown. I know, right? Color copy. That way, if you want to do a quick card, it makes it look like you took forever and a day to do the card, but you know, it really didn't. So we are just going to put our little guy front and center right here. And I don't have a bottle of glossy accents, or I would put some here and here. I am going to take a little bit of dark brown and color in for coffee. And there, ta-da, Copic for Gary Berlin. They sell Copics. Oh no, don't worry about putting the Gary Berlin link on here. If you would like to just PM me. Can you post a list of the Copic colors you have used? Yes, I will do that as soon as I'll just post it on this video when I'm done, okay? All right. What kind of printer do I have? I have an HP. HPs are the only ones that I have found. An HP and an Epson is what I use. And some of them will and some of them won't. So don't use heavy cardstock. You know, don't go real heavy, but that will help you a bunch. Sorry guys, I need a drink. All right, I got 30 minutes to show you how to do this other card. Somebody's going to win this just by commenting. Right? Now we're going to do my little crocodile card. I love this guy so much. Love this so much. All right. I have a video on how to color Lyle, so I'm going to focus on this die, and I'm going to show you guys how to make this card with this die. So what I have done is, first of all, I have cut out 3 of these. All right, 3. I'm going to just put 1 on my paper. So let me find my papers for this card. All right. I put in a colored Hank or a colored Lyle because I photocopied him, right? Just in case. So these are our pieces. We're just going to get our pieces together first, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to glue this on here. Just like that. Glue this one on here. And hey, I have a question for you guys while I'm doing all the background pieces. I have been tasked, I've been invited to teach on a cruise this March. And a place in Texas puts it on every year. It's sold out, sorry ladies. But the theme of the cruise that Scrap and Savvy is putting on is a wicked cruise. Now, not wicked as in mean wicked, wicked as in the movie Wicked. Elphaba, you know, Galinda. And one of the classes I'm teaching is a grimoire. I'm seriously making a replica of the grimoire from Wicked. I thought about making some extra kits. So let me know. We'll have a poll on our Facebook page. But let me know, is that something that you guys might want to, you're not obligating yourself. If you say yes, that'd be really cool. Of course, because you can't see it right now. I can't show you until after the cruise, but it is really cool. You guys, seriously, it is so amazing. It's got a hinge and everything on it. But is that something you guys would like a kit of? The grimoire book from Wicked? It's a remarkable replica. Yes, it is. Okay. So we are ready to go. So the first thing that I am going to do, put yes to the grimoire. Comment yes to the grimoire, please, or whatever. So I know, because all I'll see is your comments yes, and I might think you're doing something that, well, you know. Say yes, I might be interested in a grimoire, whatever. So now I'm going to pull my KB glue. This glue is extremely important to have in your arsenal because of this little tiny tip. So I have cut out my background die, and I am not going to be real detailed on this. I just want to make sure that I get some glue on the edges in some of the points in the inside, and I will explain to you in a little while, but I just want to get this centered and get it laid down. The Gramarye book will be empty for you to create your own little spells with. Okay, so I'm going to take this in very, very carefully. Very carefully. Lay this on here. And I know that there's somebody from my crew that's going to be on this cruise. So please don't tell Carrie. I don't think Carrie's watching, but please don't tell Carrie that I told you that, I can't show you, but I can tell you. So this glue is a KB Riley glue. And I will talk about it in my next segment. I just kind of take over Brian's day, don't I? All right, so this is what I do. So now this is on, and we're going to fill this in. But first, I am going to put these on later. I have done 3 of these just to give it a raised effect, okay? But I'm not going to put them on now. I'm going to leave this, I'm going to fill these in and put these on last, all right? All right. The key to this, putting this down, is not to try to get glue on every single little line. Don't do that. Just touch and make sure you've got it pretty well covered, and then you're good to go. So, with this, in your instructions, I told you, I feel like I have to spread out here because I want you guys to see all of this. I have cut the background piece already out of purple, out of orange, and out of yellow, because those are the pieces we're going to use, all right? I also told you to do a blue piece, and I'm saving that to show you how to do this. This is press and seal that I'm using right now, okay? Press and seal, yeah. I can't die cut on here because I don't have a good enough camera yet, but I will soon, I promise you. So what I've done is I have taken the exact plate like I cut it. Okay, this is my spellbinders, just cut it normal. All right, this is how it went through, and I just very carefully took it out so I could show you what to do next. Right, I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to slide off my bottom piece. This is do it very slowly. I'm going to slide this piece off. Okay, so now I can see what I'm doing, and I have got this sandwiched in here. I'm going to very carefully reach in and grab that piece and slide this off, just like that. Now, my machine, for some reason, seems to leave these little pieces the same, so I just go back and I pick them up and I put them in here. Okay, so now I have nothing on my plate. This is the back side up. I'm going to take the sticky parts of my press and seal, and when I say press and seal, this is what I'm talking about. Glad press and seal, fabulous stuff. Yep. Okay, I'll use the Lineco glue a lot more in the 1245 session, I promise. Can't wait to show you guys what I made. All right, now I'm just going to lay this on top. I'm going to burnish it completely down. It's all going to stick to my press and seal. And then I'm going to take my press and seal and lift it out of the die. Look at that. And all my pieces are there. Pretty cool, huh? Now we're just going to, I am going to cut some of the extras off because it's driving me nuts. I don't know if I can. You need long scissors for this. All right. Should have done that first, but this is just driving me bananas because it sticks to everything, right? Sticks to, see what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's sticky. Oh, you know what? I wonder if my Dolores scissors would work better. I call these Dolores scissors because she gave them to me, but they're the titanium no stick, and of course they do. Look at how good those work. And you all were probably sitting there going, you need titanium scissors, you need titanium scissors. So I'm just going to sit all of these out here just like this. Okay? I'm going to get this one off the yellow so it doesn't stick to everything I have. And we're going to get started. Now, while I'm doing this, you guys need some kind of pokey tool. It's helpful, not necessary, but helpful. All right. And let's just start filling in. Okay. You can use my card, which you've got the cover in there. You can use it as your guide if you would like. All right. So the first thing is I'm just going to take my fine line glue bottle, and let's do some, I want to do some orange candles, okay? So let's do orange here and orange here, and I'm just going off what I had, okay? Here's here and here and there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little pick and poke tool, okay, the pokey ends, and I'm going to pull these off my press and seal and lay them in there. It looks like a lot of work, but it really is not because they come right off. Now, is this a bit more time consuming than the other cards? Yes, of course it is. But it's not hard at all. It just appears like it's hard. So people think you went to just like so much time and so much effort. And how in the world did you ever do that? Okay. And you can do this and only fill in what you want. So you don't have to fill in every single one of these, right? You don't have to. So let's do, that's all of the ones I had glued, and you don't have to glue them one at a time either. You can glue several glues at a time. And let's do this one, and this one, and let's see, this one, and this one. We'll do this one too. Okay, so I'm going to come up. I'm just going to peel them off. Actually, you don't really need a pokey tool. I used a pokey tool to put them in, and that's when I stacked them 3 at a time. Don't stack them 3 at a time. It makes it much easier if you just do this first and stack them at the ends. Come on. And you can, the great thing about this is, say you have a birthday, or say you have a golden anniversary, a 50th anniversary, right? You can pick, gold papers or silver papers or anything that really just catches your fancy, that matches the occasion. It makes a beautiful Christmas card too. Okay, so now we're going to leave all of this. You have all of this to work with for your next card. Okay, so the next ones we're going to glue in are my purples. And I'm really deciding to do this just by looking at the card photo. I promise. Let's do one here too. Alright, so we're using our purple, and we just look on our sheets and find which matches it and pull it off and stick it on. Is anybody out there doing this with me, or have you already done yours? You don't even have to fill in all of them either. If you like the background, just put the flames in. If you have a really beautiful background and you want, all black candles or all yellow candles, can do that too. See, it goes a lot quicker than it looks once you get going. And and if you pull off the wrong piece, just put it back where you found it and you'll have it for the next card, because if you cut out 3 different colors, you're going to have enough to make 3 different cards, right? Because if I use the purple here, that means I still have the orange on this piece and the blue on this piece. So you can make literally 3 different cards. Right, so now let's move on to our blue. Blue. And blue here. A little blue there. Okay. And just take this piece and set these 2 aside. Now I'm being very quiet. Pretty wild, huh? Don't normally hear me be this quiet, but I'm concentrating. Okay. This one and one more. Just like that. I do believe we're done. All right, now had I decided to go yellow for the background instead of green, we wouldn't even have to fill in these, right? But we're going to, and then we're going to have a little green background. So this will go very quickly and we will get to coloring. Don't want those to dry, so when you do this card with the leftovers, the only thing that you're going to have to redo is your flames. Make another one of. Okay, see how fast that's going? Not bad at all, huh? Sometimes you can grab them 2 at a time if you want to. See, what a better thing to do, just sit around and craft all day. In your jammies. Yeah, they're candles. And if you need to move them around or stick them down, just use your little tool. So while I'm doing this, I have a funny story to tell you guys. A year ago, not last July, but a year ago July, Amazon Prime Days. You know, you gotta love Amazon Prime Days, right? So I just find stuff that I would not normally buy. If it's on sale, I'll buy it. So, as I mentioned before, we live out in the country, so I decided to get myself one of those bird fi things where it's a bird feeder and you hang it outside and you can watch the birds eat. I guess that's what it's for. So you can take pictures of them and all kinds of fun stuff. And I finally, after a year, not this July, the July before, about 2 weeks ago, or no, probably about 2 months ago, I took it out of the box finally, got it up, it wouldn't connect, so I got a hold of them. They have lovely customer service. They sent me a new one and got it connected about a week ago. And I got to tell you, I get notifications every single time it motion activates. So far, just by doing this with you guys, I have got probably 25 notifications of birds eating. Yes, we must do something about that and redo the notifications. But I feel like I'm turning into my parents because bird watching is kind of fun. You know, it really is. All right. Ta-da! Look at that. Now, to add the now we can leave it like that if we want, right? Or we can raise up the layers if you would like. And all you're going to do with that, this glue dries clear. So I'm just going to go around the edge and make sure I have that secured. And you don't have to be, it dries clear, so you don't have to be so specific. And just go in and just touch. Make sure you get it all covered. Okay. You can also do it on the back of this if you want. Lay it down, get it lined up. Okay. Touch it if you see any glue. If there's little pieces that you want to glue in, just tuck it underneath. Okay. Just like that. This one, I'll show you how to do it on this one. Okay. I think I like doing it this way better than doing it while it's already down. And like I said, I'm not getting all of them. I'm just getting like the connecting points. See where it connects, not the lines, but just basically where it connects so it lays. All right. We're going to lay that right on top. Alrighty. Victor, where you been, buddy? Look at that. So now it gives us a 3D kind of look. So all we're going to do, you have all of these left over, right? To make another card, not this one, but you could make yellow candles, right? And you also, the greatest thing is, you have these outlines to work with as well. Look how much is left over after you do this card. You could make at least 3 cards out of what's left over with this. Okay, setting that aside. And you can also store them that way as well. So we're just going to add, ooh, look at me, I'm gonna get this done. I'm not gonna get the crocodiles colored, but I'm going to show you where they go. Okay, another year older is going to get popped up. If you want to see how to color the crocodiles, all right, go over to the Riley and Company YouTube channel and look for the dress up coloring videos. They're in there and all the colors to go with them. All right, put that on there. This piece goes in here just like that. Just like that. Let's see, I've got 6 minutes. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. But he just goes here like this, okay? And that goes on the inside, and that's all there is to it. Now, real quickly, before I go, well, somebody's going to win this, and I promise I will color them in before I send it to you. I won't make you color your own. A recap on the specials. I guess I could color while I'm talking, right? So we're going to start with an 03 on Lyle. No, we're going to start with the 21. Do his inside. So the specials, just to recap the specials, there are some wonderful specials going on. You've got a Funny Bone special. You have got the Woody and Hazel Jean special for those of you guys that love dachshunds. And you also have the I Want It All bundle for people who can't decide. Okay, you've got about 6 minutes to comment before I go, and I have got to show you the card that's coming up that I'm doing for, where did I do with it? I had it here. The card that I'm making for Tanya's Take. And for those of you that don't know about Tanya's Take, that is where I take the cover of a KB Riley die, a Karen Burniston pop-up die. I take the cover of it and I make it into a kit, and then I do the die in the demonstration, but I put my take on it. So this is what I will be doing. I believe it's at 12:45. I hope so. Check the schedule. Pretty sure it's 12:45. But this is the cover. It's the fireplace pop-up. Look. Oh. Isn't that fabulous? Wishing you simple joys and quiet moments. And just what we need today, right? Just a nice fireplace. And then I've got samples of how you can use this fireplace die throughout the entire season. Now I'm going to get back and color my little guy. So we are just going to give him color on everything. All the way down. His little toes. Come up here, I'm going to do his little nose. It's going to be a very quick coloring of Lyle Lyle. If you want a more detailed coloring, go to our YouTube channel. Okay, look at that. I'm going to use the same color and come in along the edge where the shadows would be. Now, I saw somebody say that they had a hard time figuring out where to put shadows on things. You just have to think of where the sunlight would be coming from. That's the key, is to figure out. So the sun is out here with me and it's coming from this direction. Okay, the most light would be on the back side. The least amount of light would be on the inside and under his legs. So that's where the shadows would be. I'm going to use that same marker. Okay, I'm going to do that with this piece as well. You guys have 3 minutes to keep commenting, and I do read the comments. So if you have questions, that's what I'm going to spend the afternoon doing, is I'm going to be sitting in my recliner with my safe blankie and my computer and watching everything that's going on here and reading your comments. So I'm going to do this, give a little bit of shade back there. Not going to get his teeth. For those of you that don't know about the dress up line, I've referenced it several times. For those new folks that are on here, our dress up line is like paper dolls, only with super cute animals. Okay, I'm going to give it another round here. Shadows underneath, back on the tail. All right, I'm getting there. I need one more little darker color. Not that. Maybe no 5. Do a little shading. And I'm going to be able to do that. Look at this. I'm going to get him done. And I'm going to take a YGO3 and come back in his little lines under his chin. Right? He's done. Do some lines here under his chin. A little dark shading. Ooh, 1 minute. Look at that. Holy alligator. And that's where they go. And I will have them glued on. And for now, whoo! That hour and a half flew. I don't know if it did for you guys, but it flew because I got a potty. I do. Serious. My coffee. I will see you for the KB Riley pop-up demonstration, okay? I've got good things to show you on how to do that. It's so super simple. Thank you for starting your morning off with me. I appreciate it so very much. And I will see you guys soon, okay? Go get your coffee, refresh, and grab your blankie if you need one, because I think I do. All right, everybody, take care, and I will see you soon.